Good morning, everybody. Myself, Dr. Meenakshi Mangar, Associate Professor, Department of Zoology, Government College, Kota. Ascaris. The digestive system of Ascaris is a straight and complete tube extending from mouth at one end to anus on the other end of the body. It comprises a short pharynx or esophagus representing the foregut, a long intestine or midgut, and a short rectum or hindgut. Mouth is a triradiate aperture situated at the anterior tip guarded by three lips or labia. Mouth opens into a short, characteristic cylindrical, thick-walled and muscular pharynx. Wall of pharynx consists of a syncytial epithelium traversed by radial muscle fibers and containing glands. It is bounded externally by a membrane. Internally, it is lined by cuticle, which at the margin of the mouth is continuous with the cuticle of the body wall. Lumen of pharynx is triradiate. Rays are in the form of deep grooves which demarcate the pharyngeal wall into three sectors, one dorsal and two subventral. Dorsal sector contains a pinnately branched pharyngeal or esophageal gland, while each subventral sector contains a similar palmately branched gland. Numerous groups of radial muscle fibers extend between inner cuticular lining and outer bounding membrane. Contraction of these muscles dilates the lumen. Between outer end of each ray of lumen and outer bounding membrane extend the connective tissue fibers known as marginal fibers, which help in preserving the triradiate form of the lumen. Pharynx is followed by intestine, which extends almost along the entire body length. A small valve is present at the junction of pharynx and intestine, which stops the food from going back into the pharynx. Intestine is dorsoventrally flattened and its wall consists of a single layer of tall columnar cells, lined externally by a basement membrane and a thin layer of cuticle. Inner free margin of each cell is produced into several hair-like projections, the microvilli, forming a sort of brush border to increase the absorptive surface area. The microvilli, in fact, are formed by a bacillary layer. Muscle fibers are wanting in intestine. Intestine is followed by a short rectum, which too is dorsoventrally flattened. Wall of rectum consists of tall columnar cells and is lined internally by cuticle and externally by muscle tissue. In male, rectum opens into cloaca, which also receives the ejaculatory duct, while in female, rectum opens through anus, which is a transverse slit guarded by anterior and posterior lips and is provided with a special muscle, the depressor ani. Anus or cloaca lies at a distance of about 2 mm from the tail end. This is the diagram showing the alimentary canal of Ascaris with the pharynx and the triradiate lumen of the pharynx, the TS of intestine, and a portion of intestinal wall showing the brush border. Food of Ascaris lumbricoides consists of blood and fully or partially digested food occurring in fluid form in the gut of the host. It is sucked by the rhythmic pumping action of pharynx. Digestion is completely extracellular in the intestine and is helped by the enzymes, proteases, amylases, and lipase. Digested food is absorbed by the intestinal cells and distributed by the pseudocoelomic fluid. Excess of food is stored mainly as glycogen and a little fat in syncytial epidermis. Some intestinal cells also engulf small solid particles by phagocytosis and digest them intracellularly. Defecation of undigested food, whenever it occurs, is facilitated by the depressor ani muscle, which raises the dorsal wall of rectum and posterior lip of anus or cloaca. Respiration in Ascaris. Ascaris lumbricoides, like most other endoparasites, respire anaerobically or anoxybiotically because the oxygen content in the intestine of the host is usually very less. In this process, glycogen undergoes glycolysis and finally yields carbon dioxide, fatty acids, and energy. Main fatty acids produced are butyric and caproic acids. These are excreted through the cuticle and impart a characteristic smell like that of canned pineapple. Aerobic respiration probably occurs whenever free oxygen is available in the intestine of the host. This is indicated by the presence of a small amount of cytochrome in the parasite. Excretory system in Ascaris is simple due to absence of flame cells or protonephridia. There is a H-shaped tubular excretory system. It is formed by a huge excretory rennet cell at the juvenile stage. Into its cytoplasm, tunnel-like structures form canals of the excretory system. It consists of two lateral longitudinal excretory canals, right and left, connected anteriorly below the pharynx by a transverse canalicular network. Each longitudinal canal extends posteriorly along the entire body length through a lateral epidermal cord and is closed at both ends. Externally, their location is marked by the two lateral lines. Left canal is slightly wider than the right canal. Anterior limbs of the H are reduced. Lumen of canals is devoid of cilia. A short terminal excretory duct extends from left side of transverse canalicular network to the excretory pore situated mid-ventrally, a little behind the anterior tip. The nucleus of the excretory cell lies anteriorly on the left longitudinal canal. Two more smaller nuclei have also been observed, one on the terminal duct and one on the transverse canalicular network, indicating that the canal system is evolved probably by more than one cell. Excretory product of Ascaris is urea. Thus, it is a ureotelic animal. Excretory canals collect the excretory products from different parts of the body. Pressure of pseudocoelomic fluid helps in ultrafiltration. Excretory products are eliminated through the excretory pore. Ammonia and urea also pass with feces through anus. The nervous system of Ascaris. The central nervous system comprises of a richly ganglionated nerve ring or circumenteric ring encircling the pharynx. The ganglia located on nerve ring are single dorsal ganglion, a pair of subdorsal ganglia, one on each side of dorsal ganglion, a pair of lateral ganglia subdivided to form 6 lateral ganglia, and a pair of large ventral ganglia. From the nerve ring, 8 nerves run anteriorly. Out of these, 6 supply the 6 labial papillae and each bears a papillary ganglion near its base. Remaining 2 nerves, known as amphidial nerves, supply the amphids. Each amphidial nerve arises from one of the 6 lateral ganglia called amphidial ganglion on its side. Posterior part of the body is supplied by nerves. A dorsal nerve cord runs through the dorsal epidermal cord. A ventral ganglionated nerve cord runs through the ventral epidermal cord. It terminates at the posterior end of the body after forming an anal ganglion. There are 2 thin, delicate lateral nerve cords, each extending through a lateral epidermal cord. Besides, 2 dorsolateral and 2 ventrolateral nerve cords are also present, one above and one below the lateral nerve cord on either side. Several commissures or connectives arranged asymmetrically along the entire length connect ventral nerve cord with lateral and dorsal nerve cords. In male, at the posterior end of the body, lateral nerve cords supply the preanal papillae. Ventral nerve cord supplies the postanal papillae and become interconnected. No such structure occurs at the posterior end of the female. The sense organs of Ascaris are simple elevations supplied by nerves. They include various papillae, amphids, and phasmids. Papillae are in the form of small villi situated on different parts of the body. The labial papillae are formed by sensory cells surrounded by many supporting cells. These are gustatoreceptors and present on 3 lips surrounding the mouth. Cervical papillae are present dorsally about 2 mm behind the lips and are present as a pair of cervical papillae. These are tactile organs. Anal papillae are present ventrally below the posterior end of the male and are 5 pairs of postanal papillae and 50 pairs of preanal papillae. They help in copulation. Amphids are present on each lateroventral lip. A single amphid is present near a single papilla. These are gustatory sensory or chemoreceptors. Phasmids are chemoreceptors, unicellular glands opening one on either side of the tail.